Hello, you join me for what is day 4 of this winter photography adventure. We're back after a brief respite last time out, and I think this is going to have to be the last day of the adventure itself. The last couple of days, the weather's not been great. I've not been able to get out with the camera because of all the rain. So I think we've come to the end of my week off. And what a location, what a view we've got to end it. So where have I come out to this morning? Well, as you can see, I've come out to these magnificent rocks. And let me tell you now, it was a completely accidental find. I'd never heard of this place until I stumbled across it whilst doing some research for this very week off. I mean, I was looking around on the internet, looking up some walking trails. I thought if I can find some nice hikes out in the Kent or Sussex countryside, I might be able to find some inspiration, find something new even. And I stumbled across this place, Eridge Rocks Nature Reserve it's called. I thought, well, that's interesting. Got an interesting name. So I did some research, and the more I looked into it, I thought, I've got to come out here. I've got to bring you with me. I've certainly got to bring the camera with me. Well, I will not bring the camera out for these sort of trips. But since I've arrived here, I've just been gobsmacked. I really have. Because there's nothing like what I've come across before in the county or anywhere around me, to be honest. I mean, just look at them. You think to yourself, I say it all the time, you think you've got to go miles afield from where you normally live to find amazing landscapes. But sometimes if you do a little research, you can find them on your doorstep here. And they're over 135 million years old, I think I read when I was looking into it. Really does make us really insignificant in the grand scheme of things. If you're not new to the channel, you'll know that I always like to walk through a couple of compositions whenever I head out on location, and today is no different. And we've come down to the base of the rocks here, and we've got this magnificent vista here in front of us. We've got a perfect view here. Couldn't be better for this first shot. We've even got a lovely amount of atmosphere in the clouds, not too much plain white cloud, not too much blue sky. There's a very nice mixture as well, which just adds to the scene as a whole. We've got this pathway here too in the foreground that hopefully will act as a nice leading line to the rocks in the background. In terms of the settings themselves, and we're going for ISO 2000 at the moment. It's clear that the last time I used this camera, I was shooting it handheld. So I need to make sure, because I'm on the tripod, I bring the ISO all the way down to 100. Don't need that much noise in a shot when we're on a tripod. We're at f8 for an aperture, kind of perfect in terms of getting everything in focus. And we're going to drop down to 1/5 of a second in terms of a shutter speed. Gives us a nice amount of detail looking at the histogram in terms of getting as much data out of the highlights and the shadows. And of course, because we're going at such a low shutter, we're going to put a 2-second timer on. Just going to play around ever so slightly in terms of getting the composition spot on. I think as well, to make sure I get as much data so I can play with the sky, so I get the white, so I get the blues as well. I'm going to have to exposure bracket. I'll be taking multiple shots. It's this first one which I'm now having to just adjust, and I'm just looking. I'm actually going to have to adjust the shutter to 1/13 of a second, having just changed the composition ever so slightly. I'll be starting out at 1/13 of a second. And looking at the way the sky goes, I'll probably end at about 1/50th of a second. I'll put it all together in Lightroom ready for you to see now. The rocks, they're over that side now. We've got all this woodland floor around us. So it's not just the rock formations, we've got all this to the right hand side. This is one of these spots I think will be great to come to over the course of the year, and this won't be the last time that I come back here. That is for sure, even from this little amount of time that I've been in this region. Because I think if I come here in spring, summer, autumn, the colours are going to be different, the ferns are going to be different colour. Might even get some bluebells. This might be a great spot to come for bluebells. I'll have to see if they bloom here. But yeah, what an amazing find. It really does feel, I should add, as though spring is on the way. It's almost here. I came out this morning, it was only when I arrived here that I realised I'd left my big winter coat at home by accident. So I'm not walking around in just a hoodie and a jumper deliberately, I can tell you that. But I'm not too bothered actually. It's not too cold at all, and it's nice. You don't want to be coming out, not enjoying trips out like this. Really not focused on the photography, but trying to keep warm instead. Last image for me to share today, and as you can see, I've come to the top of the rocks. There's a pathway that leads you in behind. The rocks themselves can be used by rock climbers. Not something I'd want to try, in all honesty. But as you can see, I've gone for a little bit of a portrait shot here, and I cannot resist because we've got so much green moss around here. It's amazing the amount of green that we've got in this scene. We've got the rocks as they lead us towards the background. We've got a few rocks dotted around over to the right, and then we've got these two trees, especially the one on the left in the background, perfectly placed, almost hidden in a bit of a hollow by the rest of the rocks. Let me share with you though this final composition. I'll put the live view up on screen now, but we've got these rocks down here, or sorry, these roots down here in the foreground, covered with lovely amounts of moss. Perfect for what I'm looking for. Perfect as a leading line almost, so I'll lead you around to this first tree, which frames the rest of the shot, in my opinion. And then we've got this rock that just leads us off towards the background, where we've got our tree spreads itself out, and we've got a lovely amount of moss too, just over here on this branch. As for the sky, it's got a little bit miserable for my liking. It's not the type of sky that I am after, in all honesty. It's just a little bit too white, not enough going on for my liking, but I'm going to deal with what I've got. Like I say, this isn't the last time I'm coming back here. This will be a composition I'll be putting in the bag and remembering for the future, because it's a stunning, stunning landscape, a different landscape to what I'm used to. In terms of settings, we are at f8. We're at 1/13 of a second. We're still at ISO 100, which gives us a nice amount of data to play with. I'm going to drop actually to 1/8 of a second. Should give us a bit more data to play with in the shadows, highlights. I think they're just going to be blown out anyway because of the sky. Nothing I can do about that today. winter photography challenge is done and dusted. Thank you so much for joining me as I've explored new landscapes, new locations, new subjects. Of course, this isn't the end of me and my videos. I'll be back next week somewhere, who knows where. But for now, I think that's me done for today. See you next time. Bye for now.